Okay, hello and welcome everyone to Weather in the Classroom. This is a 1-hour training. We're going to be learning about tools and ideas to use with the students, children, to support with sign language as well. And we give a shout out to ASL Teaching Resources for sponsoring this event. So the goals are fivefold. We're going to be teaching how to use sign language in the classroom. We're going to be giving unique ideas for teaching about the weather. And we're going to show you tools for quickly setting things up and how to incorporate signs on a daily basis. And the benefits of using this, especially with the, I didn't know if you know, this is from our sign club. And at any time, if you have any questions, just feel free to type it in the chat. And I'm seeing something here. Some of the questions were kind of messed up. I apologize. I'll have to look at that later. Thanks for letting me know. All right, so the first thing I'm going to share with you, and I have some information here, and I'll be sharing my screen as well. What we have here is the weather goal book. And so I always like to start with a goal because just like we have IEPs and we have other things that the school requires, you have to have goals. So you have to decide with this, who are the students you're working with and to be able to even set up your goals. And this is like, we encourage you to have a folder and the kids can decorate it themselves to be involved. They can cut out a picture or just draw themselves. And then this is the book that, that is here. And I'm going to give you an idea what this looks like. You can print them really small or normal size like this. And I'm going to give you a peek of what this kind of looks like. These are checkoffs. This is where I'm going to share my screen so you can see it even better. I think that'll be helpful. In one moment, let me get that up here. And, oh, it's green. There we go. Share my screen. Okay, so this is the weather goal. And in this, notice we made it to where it's editable, where if you as a teacher, you can actually type on it before you even print it if you prefer. And we come on down. You can also use this with your laptop if you are like at the end of the weather unit, you want to test them. And it's both in English as well as sign language. And I'm just going to kind of scroll through this so you can see the different areas for testing. And notice we left some empty there in case you wanted to add your own vocabulary. And this is where you can test them even on signs. So the check boxes are here for you to do an assessment 2 times. So you have that availability. And come on down. So now these are for the younger ones who maybe not yet be able to read, or maybe special needs student that needs pictures, what these look like. And then it goes down, and then this might be more receptive, where you as a teacher may sign it, and then they have to be able to answer. So we have them in different ways, and I'm just going to quick go through these. Now this one is where you would encourage them to use it in a sentence and be able to formulate their own, like today is cold, or for the more advanced, they can add more complex sentences. And you can do it just with the signs and so forth. Well, you kind of see how it goes. And then we also do about spelling. It can be done in written form, verbal form, or even in sign. And the little check boxes are right here on the sides. Okay, did anybody have any questions for that? Okay, that is one of the ideas that we have to get you started. Now, the next one where we're all involved is, let me pull this one out for you. Make me a stack from here to over here. Is we have flashcards. And so with this, they are done in full color, as well as black and white, and icons like this. And I think we're going to take a break really quick just now and go ahead and start signing the vocabulary, as if giving you an example of how I would set this up in the classroom. Are you guys ready? All right, we get to share the screen again. And let me come over here. So I'm going to share twice. And this is one. If you have another device here and you want to see the QR code, so we made these available because teachers were saying they needed something for parents. And I'm going to blow this up. So even if you want to take a screenshot, you can come back with your phone later and be able to see and access the signing of these, because we know sometimes it's hard to see a picture and know how to sign it. Here we go. Now let's back out. As promised, you get 2 codes. So let me pause the recording and give you the first code for tonight for your certificate. One moment. So let me back up just a moment. We're talking about setting up your classroom because I forgot to hit record. I do that sometimes. So we're looking at setting it up. We did the flashcards review, and right here is the weather charts right here. So you would ask them what the weather is, but better yet, you can ask them to predict. Notice predict the forecast, same word. I would use this for predict, so you don't have to use the same sign. So guess the forecast for tomorrow. And then you would expand, what do you think you should wear if it's going to be raining or cold? And so you can expand out this way and have writing prompts and so forth. Another one we have here in prediction is like a thermometer. And this one actually moves. And that way the child can then record this. They can predict, this is guess, and then come back the next day and see if they were right. And we do also have like a graph where they could document these things as well for the weather. And then this is another idea of a chart where you can take these and have them even point, because it has the icons and the vocab, just something just to put up in the room on the wall. We find that's helpful. All right, so I've been talking a lot. Is there any questions right now? Okay, is this helpful? Is this giving you some new ideas? Okay, good. All right, let me come on down. I'm going to give now, thank you. Okay, good. I'm going to give you some of my best tips. And let me see where I put this. Yes, here it is. By the way, this is our new book release on Amazon right here. And this is all about the weather. And I'm going to show you what one of these look like. And the part about this is if you end up getting one of these on Amazon and you leave a review, we have a link on our website that we actually give you the PDF too. Okay. So let's get our best tips here. You probably read books or pull out books for the kid to read, right? So here's what we do. This is to reinforce learning sign. So there's not a lot of books that teach sign language. That's the purpose of it. So besides the books that we release, this is our best idea. See this? You see how I taped that in there? Yes. So when you're teaching about the wind, there is the sign right there. When you're teaching about lightning, there's the sign right there. Okay. And it has the icon as well, so they understand clearly. When you're teaching about the rainbows, there's the sign right there. That's one of my favorite tips. Make your own sign books. Let me see here. I have another tip here. Let me show you one of these. Let me open this up here. Okay. Moving this around. So these are the cards you just saw that I taped in the book. These are expanded from the flashcard set that we actually added even more. But here is, make sure where I was at. Yes, here it is. This is one example from a book, another tip. So what we have here in each of the lessons is we give you craft ideas to do. We give you another game idea, and this is for each and every word in the book. We also give you an additional idea as well. And then right here, you come down, here is the wall chart as well. Now with the wall charts, you might say, well, I really want it colored. Well, those are available. You can see right here. Here it is, nice and big, full color icon as well. We just started making them like this. So in the past, we are going back through the entire website and updating all the flashcards and updating all of the wall charts too right now to look like these. Then you have them, so you have Storm, then you have them in smaller sizes too, color and black and white. So that helps you. But this is in the lesson plan. And then here it is. This is for, because y'all asked for it, this is for take home for the parent or caregiver. Notice it says caregiver guide. So you have something that can go home. And then we have the one just for the student where it's more like plain. So less distraction. And then they fill this out. And then here's their activity. They cut and then they paste under here. And then it goes on. And then now the next part they cut and put in here. You can see this right here. So they're practicing their modality with their fingers, cutting and pasting and gluing and getting things lined up with predictions. And then you get to make a book about the forecast right here. So this just kind of gives you a sneak peek of what these kind of lessons look like. And it draws them to conclusions as well. And writing prompts as well. And it goes on just a little bit. So that kind of gives you an idea. And here's a sneak peek. We just loaded this one to the website, but for this is not the book. It's not in the book because it's the posters. The one black and white is, but the full set is like, so we added the cow, the moon, all of these signs, and they come in different versions like this. It's so cute. I just had so much fun creating this stuff. And then here is just nothing but this right here. So if you're trying to figure out how to find things on the website, let me know, type in the chat. Do you want to see how to find things easily on the website? Type that in if you do a yes. If I have one yes, I'll show you. And if I get one yes, I'm happy to show. Let me pause for just a moment. Okay, so I'm not seeing a yes, so I'm going to keep going. Let me go on over here. And I'm making sure I'm good to go. Yes. All right. Let me come to the next thing here. We have more tips here. Oh, yes. Here's one of the things I like. Okay, here we go. Here is my umbrella. And on my umbrella, I have taped my flashcards. And so this is a fun one to do a chant song with the kids, like, what's the weather? What's the weather? And then when the music stops, whatever it is, you can put whatever you want on here, icons, signs, or words, and then they get to, again, you can decide if you want to have them create a sentence, do role play, or just do the signs. You make it match your students what fits best. Okay, here's a couple of more ideas. Let me show you this right here. When you can still see me. Yes. Okay. I think I'm still sharing. Let me turn this share off. There we go. Okay. So the other ideas that kids absolutely love is dice. Okay, I love dice games. So these are all the same kind of theme where you can make the dice right here. And we give you ideas on how to play them as well, like this. So it's the icon. You can just play with icons, or you can mix them together. And so let's see right here. So be ready to type something in the chat. So I have just drawn these two. So this is cloud and rain. Now go ahead and type in the chat. If you are a student, please create a sentence for me using these two words. Now, I'm not going to tell them the words unless they need that support. Otherwise, they have to predict themselves. So type in the chat, what is a sentence that you think a student would say? Let me give you just a minute there. Give you just a minute there to type that in there. The clouds. Good. So let me sign that one for you. I'm seeing one. Okay. So we could say clouds make rain. Okay. Now, if I was really, that's more English based. If I was shifting to more ASL, I would say, I would set it up different. And there are a variety of ways you can do that. Okay. So I might go, okay, so I don't know if you understood that. So I'm setting up my clouds. I don't even remember what I said, so I might have to do it again. So we have clouds. Hey, and like, hey, do you see the clouds? So happens, rain. And then now I'm like wet. So that is a result of that. Okay, we have cloud makes rains. Okay, so I don't see another sentence, so I'm going to go ahead and move forward. I hope that's helpful to you again. We also have something that kids absolutely love, and even I think she was 4-year-olds. This really helps with their hand movement. Who remembers fortune teller games? Yes. Oh my gosh, I love them. Here they are. Look at it. It's all about the weather. Okay, and it's also numbers and sign on these. Okay, so when we're doing these, and you can make this yourself just by having them folded, and you can even cut out things from magazines and make it yourself. So let's say my number was 1. So there's my number 1. So I'm going to open number 1 up and see what it says. Okay. It says right here. Oh, can you see it? It says finger spell the word cloud. So now they get to practice spelling. If they don't know finger spelling, that's fine. You can change the word to go to the board or get your paper and write down the word cloud. I'm here to help you. Okay. So that's another one of our ideas we like a whole lot. All right, let's come on down here to the next section here. Make sure we got this. I'm looking right here. If you're looking at another idea here, if you're teaching about hot, this is an example here. these are where they have to circle the things that they would need if the weather is hot. So now, again, you don't have to even get these, but what you do is you could have them cut out pictures from other things, or even search on the internet, finding things. And then this one right here, now they're recognizing the words. So then they start having a letter recognition as well as the whole word in its entirety, which one goes with which. Okay, so I'm going to pause for just a moment. Y'all are a quiet group. I'm going to get some water, see if you have questions. So let me give you just a moment to think. So type that in. Can you think of any question? Any question that you have? And my throat's getting a little dry, so I'm putting a mint in. What questions do you have? Is there a sentence that you want to see signed? What would help you best at this moment to set up your classroom? And I'm going to give you a minute. Me thinking and type, and I'm going to share my screen again. And we're coming over here. Okay. Oh, y'all so quiet. All right. I'm coming to the page here. I think this is it. Yes. Okay, so we are sharing, but I hit full screen. So let me back out of this. Okay, let me show you some other things that might be helpful for you. So we showed you this one. This is a bundle if you want it. And those of you who are members, you probably already know that in your membership, that when you pay, we actually double your money to where you can go shopping even more. It's set up a little different. But let me show you something you're gonna you maybe want to see here. This is the full online training for this course. It's 2.5 hours, and it expands a whole lot more and gives you even more ideas in this course. And in your email, you will see that that if you want it, we've actually lowered it from a typical professional development training cost down to just $7. So you'll get two and a half hours for just $7. That's a steal. But when we showed you this, if your school has an account with TPT, we are here. Okay. And you can find us any place by typing in ASL Teaching Resources, all social media. Now, here's another free resource that might be helpful for you. Come on down here. This is learning one word a day. Now, a lot of these can be used in the classroom as well. Or you can just, if you have a parent that needs to learn some sign to communicate with their child, that's available too. We try to make sure we have things available for those who need them, like in this way. Now we're going to come over here. I'll show you this next pocket here. If we look, let me slide this down some here so I can see. I've got something in my way. Yeah, this is your search bar. You just type anything in here, anything weather, and you'll see a whole bunch of things just kind of show up. We're coming over here to, yes, right here, this is blogs. These are like free areas. Down in here, these are free resources here too. And this is our webinar. Our next one is going to be all about, I'll show you this one. So we do have like, this is on Amazon about emotions. And we're going to be doing one all about having fun with emotions. And it's nothing but activity book. You'll be surprised to see that we even have deck of cards with sign language on them. So that's going to be our next one. So what else is good for you that might be free to use? Well, you can go to our YouTube channel right here. This is pretty popular. Then you can also go to, this is not it, any of our social platforms, social media, you can find us there. And that's a lot of free things. We give out tips and hints and how to sign and things of that nature. Okay, so any questions at all? Yeah. I'm going to stop the share for a moment. Coming back to you. Okay, well, we are, as far as I'm concerned, y'all, if y'all don't have any questions, I am done with the weather training. We're going to finish a little early tonight. You'll still get credit for the full hour. I need to give you the last part of your code though. And then for anyone, let me hit pause on this one.